Welcome to Mujeres Unscripted, where we amplify the voices of women through unique stories and shared identity. We're Christina,
And Renee.
and each week we dive into candid conversations about culture, career, and personal growth.
Join us as we celebrate the strength and resilience that connects us all. This
It's
is
Mujeres
Mujeres Unscripted.
Hello and welcome to Mujeres Unscripted. This is Renee.
And Christina.
And we're so excited to be with you here today on Texas Independence Day.
Happy birthday!
So this is when they decided that we were going to celebrate Texas Independence is March 2nd. It's also Dr. Seuss's birthday.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, when I taught elementary school, it was all about Dr. Seuss week and...
Well, I know we're having a read aloud this week at work, and certain people can volunteer and come in and read some books to our kiddos who are in the
FLS.
special FLS, excuse me. And so we'll be. I know I volunteered for that this week, so it's exciting.
I'm taking my first period on Friday.
Oh, sweet. Sweet. Is it by teacher or by class period? Or?
Well, I just told her that's a good time for me.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what book you're reading?
I said I'm open to anyone, but I like one fish, two fish, three fish.
Boo, I already claimed it. What?
Oh, we'll see who she gives it to. But I guess we could, I'm sure she's got rotations too.
Yeah.
No, I said I was open. It's also my mom's birthday today.
Happy Heavenly.
Yeah. So it's not, something like I kind of like just tend to just not overly, So I'm like, okay, I'll sit at the opera and I'll think of her.
Yeah. It's also Oscar Day.
It is. I'm excited. I've always loved watching the Oscars.
Is there any movie in particular you're excited about? Hopefully winning.
I'm excited for Demi Moore. I really would love to see her win an Oscar, for her to come full circle, for the lead role in The Substance. It was such a great film. Horror. And but it's in the category of horror films, but it's so the message in there is so good. So
has she won
and there's a
one
couple
before?
of films. No, she's never won one.
She's never won one.
This is it. This will be the first for Demi Moore.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. So I like watching the opening, like before the Oscars even start. I love watching the dresses. I love to watch the styles they walk in with.
Excuse me. They were showing like on my Facebook feed like prior Oscar wins, and they showed when the rap group 3 6 Mafia won for Hustle and Flow.
What?
It was crazy because, it's like, yes, the Oscar winners it's hard out here for a pimp by 3 6 Mafia. It was just weird to hear that. But it was Queen Latifah, so, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting, it was very surprising that the Oscar was given to them that year.
I mean, when it's good, it's good. There's some people who I feel have not gotten the credit they deserve as actors, but I think the last couple of times it's been on point.
The one I kind of questioned was Denzel Washington deserves an Oscar, but was Training Day his best work?
No, I don't think so. I think Fences was probably his best work. I cried. I mean, that's a man's movie. Yeah. And I just think that should have been the one he was celebrated for.
Yeah.
Because that role was powerful. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the 2025 Oscar ballot box. Like, it tells you which ones are up for it. So for Best Picture, you have The Substance. that you
Uh-huh.
spoke about. You have Emilia Perez, who got a lot of
Oh yeah, that's
attention.
a good film too. Those of us who like uh, Cartel, it's kind of cartelish.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana's in it as well. She's also nominated for Best Supporting Actress. It's a good film to get caught up in.
Wicked. See, I'm just afraid the hype for Wicked is gonna make it,
I enjoyed Wicked. Don't get me wrong.
No, I do.
Right?
But I think there's other ones that, because we know we got Wicked Part 2 and Wicked Part 3. We got more Wickeds coming up. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know how we were talking about Denzel, but he also won for not just Training Day, right? That's the big Best Actor one.
He got one for Glory, didn't he?
Yeah, for Best Supporting in Glory, The Tragedy of Macbeth, and Roman J. Esquire nominated. But for the wins, it was Training Day and Glory, which I agree with. Don't get me wrong, but I think Fences should have been his ticket for another Oscar.
I agree.
But the current ones, they look fun. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm looking on
Right?
here. What about favorite animated feature? We have Flow. I've never seen Flow. I don't know. We talked about Inside Out 2. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I love Wallace and Gromit. I just love them. So, I don't know. Those are my two for animation.
We didn't watch a lot of animation this year.
I like to blame it on my little ones. I'm like, oh, I had to watch it because Simeon wanted to watch it. In reality, I wanted to.
You're the one that wanted to.
Yeah.
But I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
No, I like the other films like Conclave that dealt with the whole when the Pope died and what the process is and how it's political too. That was really eye-opening. So I really enjoyed it, and I'm a house full of Catholics, so we had to watch it.
It is interesting, all the steps that they have to go through.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
And the voting process, right? And,
Yes.
and then it becomes politics and yep. I love Dune. I'm a Dune fan. I have the books.
I like Dune.
I've finished book 2. I finished Children of Dune. I'm excited about the part 2 coming. So not part 2, but the next film.
one.
Yeah, because it's. I'm looking forward to it.
And Timothy Chalamet, he's
He's a good one. I liked his acceptance speech at the SAG Awards. That he wants to be part of the greats, and he was really very authentic about it, and how he's still learning because he wants to be great, and so he's definitely at the top of his game right now for sure.
That's good. I like when I hear people say there's still much for me to know, because when people, it's like, I've got it, I've done it, I know what I'm doing. No, things change.
Things change. Yeah.
Things change. I'm looking, because Dune is also for cinematography. And yes, they have these beautiful scenes throughout the movie. Yes, I agree with that one. They also have it for, I really need to see Emilia Perez. I need to.
You need to.
Nosferatu is also part of cinematography.
Oh, okay. The Dracula movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some films I didn't catch this year, but
yeah.
Interesting.
I think the last one, because I just watched it, was Gladiator 2, is for costume design. The costumes were very good in Gladiator 2. And it's up against Nosferatu and Wicked.
Okay. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, okay, so, again, I'm still looking here, going through. they have original screenplay, and I mean, Ethan just watched this on Paramount, September 5th. It's about the Israeli hostage at the Olympics.
Ooh, yeah, I've been watching the previews for that.
It is so good. So good.
Okay.
I recommend.
Something to watch, right?
Yeah, I recommend that. Even though we know what happens, you get at least to be on the inside of, you know.
Yeah.
And Peter.
Well, go ahead.
Peter Jennings kind of came off bad in some parts. Like, he was very demanding.
Oh. Well, is he part of the crew that's recording this? Okay.
But I'm not spoiling anything. There's not an actor playing him. You just hear his voice over the phone.
Oh, I was going to say, is it old reels or video reels?
It might be, because they might have recorded the telephone calls, because it sounds like him. But I like how they did that. You never see him. You just hear him.
Interesting. So kind of takes you back, because he was big when we were growing up. Right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Peter Jennings. I was also going to say about Oscar. This man won Oscars. Gene Hackman.
Ooh, yeah, he's a big topic this week.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's sad.
He was 94.
Yeah.
So he was older. I didn't realize he was that much older, but he was older. But I saw a report today. I don't remember if it was WFAA or ABC, but it was that channel station, whatever, that he may have been passed since February 17th.
That's crazy. Where are we? We're March 2nd.
2nd. And we found out like this week. Yeah, but
that's
so. Go ahead.
Did she? Because his wife also died too.
Yes, and one of their dogs.
And their dog. Yeah. So who died first? See, dun 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 dun.
And then, like we were talking, she was starting to mummify.
Yeah. So did she die earlier?
And then he just couldn't take care of himself because he's older.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they were saying carbon monoxide poisoning, and
could that also affect her mummification?
I don't know.
I mean, here's where I need NCIS to answer the question.
Right?
Damn it. Answer these questions for me.
We need to know. Like the old commercials, inquiring minds need to know.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. And then a couple of other people passed away this week, or we find out the girl from Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I saw that too. So young.
Well, I was reading, and she had a liver transplant not too long ago. So they're thinking there's no foul play. It was just it wasn't. What is it called when it doesn't work with your body? What is it?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, she was 39.
That's so young.
Yeah.
So young.
And then, was it yesterday? Soul singer Angie Stone.
I saw a post on that. Yeah. What did she sing? Do you?
I'm not gonna sing on the podcast. Let me see if I can. But it was from a car accident, and she's the only one that lost her life.
Oh no.
But there's a conspiracy theory out there that she was trying to get rights back from her production, something like that.
Oh. So she stirred the pot somewhere.
Yeah.
And people got upset because then you're taking their money.
Can you hear it?
No.
You can't?
No.
Me.
But I see no more rain in the clouds. Wish I didn't miss you.
That's the one I'm playing right now. Wish I didn't miss
Oh,
you.
okay.
But yeah.
Aww.
So, and she was.
Well,
like,
it's always sad when someone passes away. So.
Yeah, I think she was 60 something.
Well, we'll find out if this conspiracy theory turns out true.
I know. Which, okay. I love me some. I'm a conspiracy theory person. I will go down a rabbit hole.
Keep on going.
Because it's just like, what? Let me see. Oh, she was 63. Okay. I can't find it. Maybe next podcast I'll put it in there what I find where I saw that from. But yeah, that's sad. And then yesterday here in Dallas, so we've had this cheer competition in Dallas. I mean, we saw them because we go through downtown by the convention center to get to the kids to school or whatever. And so it's a big cheer competition. People come here from all parts of Texas, and apparently there's varying stories of what happened. Some apparently there was a fight between parents.
Man.
I'm telling you. And then some people say that they heard gunshots. Some people say that when they were fighting, they hit one of those, because you know they just have those stand-up poles to hold their curtains or whatever. They're not like, you know, when we went for the convention center for Convocation that one year, you could still kind of hear through the curtains and stuff like that on the other side. So, so what they're saying is that while they were fighting, they knocked down some of those poles and people got scared. Because DPD saying there was no active shooter.
No, that's what I'm looking at too. That it's exactly what you're saying. That it was a huge fight that led to panic, and I'm like, gosh, okay. Yeah, and I saw someone who recorded it from the Omni Hotel looking down, and
it was crazy.
People rushing through, just running away from the fight,
Yeah. And then, it's so open in the convention center. Like I said, we went to Convocation, and if one side was being loud, it overtook the whole area. So can you just imagine if it was a pole? Hitting because guys, just to let you know, in the big areas like that, there's no carpet. It's just straight concrete floor. So if you have one of these huge metal poles and it falls, it will be super loud. My words are gone for today. Like, I can't think of.
That's okay.
But we've been moving big stuff into my house today, so I'm kind of tired. But yeah,
tired.
So it could have been just the. Oh my gosh, Renee, what is the dag word? Where it just seems louder than what it normally is. So I really can't think of it. It's a word. Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
It's killing me. Echoes. Oh
yeah, echoes. Wow. It's a 4-letter word.
No, it's not. It's 6 letters because it's plural. It echoes.
Listen.
Well, I'm ready for spring break.
Yes, we've got one more week until spring break. We can do this.
Oh my gosh. And then my words will come back to me.
Your brain's on spring break mode already.
Excuse me.
Well, luckily, it says that only 10 folks were taken to the hospital for injuries, but nothing crazy. People were able to go back and collect their stuff, but yeah, guess what though? The cheer competition continued on.
I mean, think about Texas and cheerleading.
Yeah, it's like football and Friday Night Lights. You cannot. It's Texas. Yeah.
I mean, back in the 80s.
I mean, remember the story of the cheer mom killing the other? I mean, it's serious, y'all. It's serious here in Texas.
This wasn't even for college or for like a big cheer organization. It was just a local high school cheer competition tryouts to be on the team.
Crazy.
And the mom tried to off her daughter's competition.
Her competition. She went to jail for crying out loud.
I know.
I mean, imagine your mom going to jail for something like that. No,
but
it's not that serious, y'all. Not that serious.
And if I remember, it wasn't even from a big town.
Small town. That's the worst. Small town Texas, y'all.
Small town
Texas.
Because I'm like,
but you know what, Renee? I was never that cheerleader. I was never a cheerleader. So I was always the athlete, or I was always the actress, or I was, student government. I was never cheer, never near it. Had some friends who were, but it couldn't have been that serious.
Like I was going to say, I had to try out for Bisonettes every year. And I never felt the pressure of what my mom or what would happen if I didn't make Bisonettes that year.
Yeah. I mean, how involved was your mom?
I mean, for real, because I figure my mom was pretty involved, but not to the point where she felt like she needed to off some of the kids from competition.
Please, Mom, don't do that.
But, I like you said, I was in government and all that kind of stuff, but I did try out, and I even tried out for officer, made lieutenant, but I never felt like my life would be over if I wasn't a Bisonette. Like, I never got that.
I mean, there was one season I had to, sit out the end of it was my senior year. I'm trying to, because I was an athlete, I was a basketball player, and it was towards the end of the season that I had to sit out because I was not doing well in my math course. And it was like the last 2 weeks of the season, and I was on the bench. You couldn't play me because I had failed my math class. So, it wasn't a big deal. I still went to the awards assembly. I still got my, I'm good. That didn't affect me.
No. But again, maybe it's, we went to schools we went to big 5A schools.
Yeah. Back then we were 5A, yeah.
So there was other things, like you said, that we got involved with. I was in the math club. I was in the history club. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing.
I was in newspaper and yearbook. I was in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they had that in smaller towns.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I know they have stuff like 4-H, which at first I didn't know what 4-H was.
Mm-hmm.
Ephraim grew up in a small town, so I was just like, what is 4-H? And he had explained it to me, and I was like, oh, we wouldn't have that at Sunset. And he's like, no, you wouldn't have that at Sunset.
No way.
But no, so that was.
But I think it's kind of cool that these small towns offer other quote unquote electives for their kiddos. 4-H, Future Farmers of America, Future Teachers of America. And I remember hearing that one every once in a while about Future Teachers of America. Raising your own pig, raising your own calf, and then taking it to state. I'm like, I never understood that. I was like, how did they? But I think it's awesome now. Today it's like, wow, and they just won $50,000 or $150,000 scholarship to go to college because you raised a perfect Cal, you know?
From
That's kind of
birth.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of sometimes I'm like, do I wish, maybe my kids would have had that, but I like the decisions of the schools that they have applied and gotten into. So
Good.
So yeah.
I'm like I was gonna say I raised a swimmer, so Diego swims. He didn't raise a cow. I didn't raise it. I didn't. Yeah.
But he does draw very well.
Oh, he's a great artist. My son is a great artist. So yes, we're looking forward to his internship his senior year. So we're gonna try and see. Yeah, we'll find out maybe on Friday where he falls as far as his internship in Dallas. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
Well, Joseph just got into his number one high school choice.
I saw. Congrats.
That is a nail biter. Thank you.
Girl, there you go.
So those of you
it's important.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's important. I mean, these choices, right? Our students, our generation of kiddos do have choices as far as public schools. We do have choices, y'all. And whether you believe it or not, it really benefits our kids, to have these options and then do well within those options, right?
Because I tell my kids all the time, I was like, I wish we had what they have.
Yeah.
Because back when we were in school, it was just Booker T, the Visual Performing Arts School, and the Tag Magnet and Skyline.
There was a tag. There was also the health magnet. There was a business one, and I think one of our coworkers, she graduated from there. And I remember my freshman year being attending Health Magnet, so that because I really didn't know if I wanted to go traditional or choice, right? And so once I figured out that I would be missing out a lot from attending a magnet, that I wouldn't be able to play the sports that I played. I wouldn't be able to do theater. I wouldn't be able to participate in student government. So because of all that, because I realized I would be missing out a lot, I went ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to go traditional route, and that's okay.
Yeah, but nowadays you can go to these choice schools and participate in the sports.
Yep. Because my son he attends his high school of choice, but he also swims for our high school. So I'm excited about that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think like you mentioned, if that was the opportunity we had, I don't think either one of us would have gone to our feeder school.
Correct.
But again, those of you who are not from Dallas ISD has choice schools that the kids can apply to. A lot of people, Townview is always number one in the top 5.
Oh yeah, in the nation, yeah.
In the nation, and it's more than one school within the school, and they get like 3 of the top 5 spots, the different schools. But they have to apply, they have to interview, they have to have a portfolio. I remember all that kind of stuff that and that they had to go through in order to get in. So
hey, it's a process. They have to learn. They have to learn.
It's more, and it was more stressful for me waiting than it was to like find out if I got into college.
It's okay. Because you want the best for your kiddos.
Yeah.
It is competitive out there.
It is
and I always say, and some people may disagree with me, but you have to have your degree. You have to have an associate's. You have to. People saying that, oh, those things don't matter. They matter.
They matter.
They matter. I'm sorry, but we're just trying to set up our own kids to have, to be part of that process.
I think my biggest fear is if they don't get into their first choice. Oh, the upsetness. You never like to see your kid upset.
Of course not.
So the fact that these two have gotten into their first choice schools, we're very excited about.
Yeah. I love it. Love to hear that.
It's 29.
I'm telling you.
Last week we were just tired, y'all.
I think the energy, and the more you talked about it, I was like, you know what? Probably when you brought it up, I was like, you know what? She's probably right. The energy just wasn't there. But I think the more we get back in our routine, the better.
Yeah, and last week, guys, just to let you know, we recorded on a Monday, like an hour before that's just our schedule. That's just what happened. That's the only time we could really get together. So, we had just come home from work, jumped on, and then, you heard what it was.
It was tough. Yeah, that was tough. But we have days like that, and it was like, no, we couldn't put it off anymore. So we were just like, okay, let's do something here.
Hey, we're real life, we're unscripted, and that's what happened last week.
That's what it is. Real life. We're lifers. We're kicking it in.
All right, guys. Well, it has been great talking to you, and next week's spring break, so we might have some extra shows next week, guys.
That might be fun.
So, all right,
we'll talk to y'all later. Catch ourselves up.
Oh yeah, we do. We gotta
have a good night. Enjoy the Oscars if you watch them.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.